Lila was an average teenage girl with a slim figure and curly brown hair that cascaded down over her shoulders. Her gentle, innocent face often gave her an air of sweetness that others admired. However, her agreeable features were not enough to curb the insecurities that nagged at her heart. The bell signaled the end of class, and Lila gathered her books and headed towards the exit, following a group of classmates who giggled and whispered amongst themselves. They were a cluster of confident, mature-looking young women, each seemingly years beyond their chronological age. Lila admired them secretly, yet felt worlds apart. As they moved into the corridor, Lila lingered behind, watching as the group huddled together, swapping stories, erupting in fits of laughter. She overheard snippets of their conversation, the usual teenage banter, but each remark digging deeper chains of self-consciousness into her mind. Glistening strands of colored hair bounced in the fluorescent lights alongside meticulously applied makeup that accentuated their features, somehow making them seem older, more sophisticated. Lila felt out of place in her plain t-shirt and faded jeans. An aching loneliness washed over her as the girls glanced over, their laughter peeling through her self-esteem like nails scratching across a chalkboard. Lila lowered her eyes, a flush of embarrassment rushing to her cheeks. A moment of reflection later, in the solitude of her dimly lit bedroom, Lila stood in front of her mirror. Her reflection appeared smaller, engulfed by uncertainties that seemed to distort her self-image. She hesitated for a moment before lifting her gaze to meet her own eyes. In the quiet, she noticed the soft curl of her hair, the warmth in her eyes, the way her lips naturally framed a delicate smile, beauty that she had neglected to acknowledge. Her insecurities wrestled for dominance, but something subtle began to shift. Taking a deep breath, Lila straightened her posture. The change within her radiated outward, a glow that diffused gently through the room, the warm light of acceptance and self-love pushing back the shadows of self-doubt. It enveloped her like a tender embrace, casting a new light on the girl she was and the woman she was becoming. She realized her worth was not defined by how she compared to others. Her smile lingered, soft and genuine, as she held her own reflection with kindness, understanding what it truly meant to be herself. And in that moment, Lila stood taller, not just a reflection but a beacon of her own story yet to be written.